I'm Simon Crompton, founder of Permanent Style. In this video series, we're looking at how to look after and maintain fine men's clothes. Today, we'll be discussing care for suede jackets using a Valstar blouson at Trunk Clothers in London. I think suede jackets should be the cornerstone of a modern male wardrobe. They're so lovely to wear, so rich in colour and so tactile. And given that luxurious feel, they can often make a good substitute for a sports jacket with smarter trousers or a smarter shirt, where leather, for example, might be a bit too rough or casual. Suede is also not quite as delicate as people often think. With the right protection, careful storage, and the right care when it gets wet or dirty, a suede blouson can be worn in almost any weather. Here we've synthesised advice from people across the menswear industry to bring you this guide to looking after and caring for a suede jacket. First, protect your jacket in advance. Use a specialist suede protection spray, such as Sapphire or Le Tap, and spray it lightly all over the surface of the jacket. If you've worn the jacket already, you can still spray it, but try to make sure it's as clean as possible, and reapply the protection 2 or 3 times a year. Second, hanging in storage can make a big difference. As a suede is a natural skin, it benefits from being hung up with room to breathe. This helps it relax and not retain creases, which can be hard to get out otherwise. It's particularly important if the jacket is wet from the spray, from rain, or from the perspiration of a day's use. So give it some room in the closet and avoid using a plastic cover. Do also avoid having it in direct sunlight, as suede is more sensitive than leather and can change colour over time. Third, rain. This is the biggest fear for most men and what often puts them off buying suede. But as long as it's not soaked through, suede can normally hold up pretty well. The most important things to remember are to wait until the water has dried and to use a sponge or something similarly soft rather than a brush. So when the jacket gets wet, hang it up inside and wait for it to dry. If you need to speed up the drying process, you can soak up some of the water with a paper towel. Once it's dry, rub out the water spots with the back of your hand or a dry sponge. Use long, sweeping movements and start lightly. This brings back the nap, the little fibres on the surface, and returns the suede's velvety look. Next, dealing with stains and dirt. If the jacket still has a mark on it, you can try using a brush to separate the fibres and bring out the dirt. But the brush must be soft and again start lightly, otherwise you risk scraping the fibres off. If that doesn't work, it's worth trying a little of the spray protector and wiping that away when wet. You can use a sponge or another piece of suede, also works well. Finally, a colourless eraser can be good to remove any dark discoloration from the suede. Ones specially made for garments, such as this triangular one, are usually best, but other natural erasers can also be used. Use small circular movements, as well as long sweeps up and down the jacket. The only stains that might still resist this treatment are oil or grease. There are various home remedies here, including talcum powder or chalk, but the more you head in this direction, the greater the danger of damaging the jacket unnecessarily. So the best option is normally to take it to a specialist dry cleaner. As long as you follow these basic guidelines and never use products like soap, it should be possible to keep a suede blouson looking good for years and retain that luxurious look that is so central to its appeal. For more practical information and reviews of artisans, check out permanentstyle.com, the UK's leading site for craft and classic style.